Evening, lads. It's Suave Beardson. This should be the last episode of Metal Gear Solid 4. Right up there in that corner. Over there, you'll see the card for what was episode 6. So this will likely be episode 7. Hopefully the final episode of episode 7. We've got the Screaming Mantis boss fight coming up next. And then we've got the infamous microwave tunnel and the liquid boss fight. So let's just jump right into it and get ourselves going here. But we're going to see this one through to the end. And we all know how long the cutscenes in this game are. So I've got not one but 2 cans of Faygo Red Pop here. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a snack. We're in this one for the long haul. Alright, here we go. Here we go. How's it going, Grim? Thanks for stopping in, man. We're going to probably, hopefully, be seeing this game through to the end today. Because I'm pretty sure right in here is where the Screaming Mantis boss fight starts. So, let's get going. Get yourself a drink or two. I've got 2 drinks with me, so I've got them till the end. I noticed there was already some screen tearing happening, so I changed the setting real quick, and hopefully that'll solve that. Oh, did she know this place better than me, too? Check out all my flips. Okay, so we're not getting right into a boss fight.
Meryl's in danger. Take out the enemy before they get to her.
Yeah, Meryl's in danger. Let's just, you know, fuck Snake over as much as possible. Oh, and I've got 1 ration. This is good. Right in the face with a slug. Better luck next time. Slug heads. Where am I getting shot? Oh, up there. I forgot there was an upper level. Well, this is going to be a great time because I'm out of rations. Although I think I have noodles. I need to get these noodles in my inventory, like something quick. I don't think I'm going to need Pentaz anymore. Noodles. I've got 7 bowls of noodles. And if I remember correctly, those fully revive my health. Restores life, a bit of psych. Okay. So it might not give us full health, but it's better than nothing at this point. All right. Okay, listen, man. Raiden does redeem himself a little bit in this game. I have to give him that much, but that's about it.
Snake.
I would assume they do work the same as rations. I still can't stand Raiden through about half of this game. It's not until we get to about Shadow Moses where he starts redeeming himself, in my opinion. Oh, imagine that. Meryl let somebody take over her mind again. This looks like a good time to crack open a drink.
I know your wavelength. It brings back memories.
It can't be. Meryl, don't!
Look at this guy.
Johnny!
Meryl! Wait, occupy!
He looks like he's carrying a load in them pants.
It has been a long time, Snake.
You psycho mantis.
No, that was another me. Can you hear the screams? They cry for battle. Let me hear you scream! Howl! Roar! From the very depths of your soul!
I remember nothing about this boss fight on how to beat it. So, I hope this doesn't take a long time.
I see.
All right, lit. Ha! This again. There you are. I've been looking for your sweet and sour chicken ass.
Snake, this beast, Screaming Mantis, is a puppeteer. She manipulates others into doing the fighting for her.
Control seems to kick in when you get hit by that creepy ghost thing.
Be careful you don't get jerked around too, okay?
Nothing? Nothing else?
That beast is the only
You got
thing
nothing.
standing between
Got
you
nothing
and
left
the
for me, huh, Anacon?
You've got to take
Nothing?
her out.
Okay, cool. I keep pressing L2 to fire this gun.
weapon is useless.
I don't remember a damn thing.
Snake, this is Mantis we're talking about.
The fight on Shadow Moses?
That's right. Back then we defeated him by using multiple controller ports to counteract his mind-reading powers. Snake, try using the same tactic again. Plug the controller into controller port 2.
It's not gonna work, Roy.
Huh?
Do you see any controller ports here? Deceiving Mantis is going to take more than simply pushing the PS button.
Well, I have it plugged in so it charges, but yeah, it's kind of wireless, bro.
That means...
It's impossible. Sorry.
I'll be damned.
Wait a minute.
Snake, no! You're gonna kill me! Even if she tries to hurt you, Meryl's not acting of her own free will. Don't do anything to hurt her. Knock her out if you have to, but don't hurt her.
I know I have to shoot the dolls in order to do something.
Don't attack Akiva, Snake!
Fuck you, Otacon. That one almost got me. I know there was something about shooting the dolls.
It looks like conventional weapon attacks won't even scratch Mantis.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Any ideas?
I'm sorry. Nothing I can think of right now. There must be some way, though.
Where did it fall, though? I wasn't paying attention to where it fell. Oh, she got it back. The puppet held by Screaming Mantis in her left hand radiates an evil ambience that desecrates the very souls of the dead. Ready it with L1, release ghost with R1. After scoring a direct hit, shake the controller while holding L1 to manipulate the target. Well, considering that I'm using a PS5 controller through an adapter and not a 6-axis PS3 controller, I'm going to go ahead and guess that I'm not going to do that. Exudes a sinister aura that ensnares the very will of the living. Ready it with L1, release ghost with R1. After just scoring a direct hit, shake the controller while holding L1 to manipulate the target. Alright, well this is going to get interesting, because I don't remember having to use these damn things to beat her. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so it did do damage. But I do have a PS3 controller right here, actually. So, is this my... Yes, okay. What's up, man? This is the one spot in the game that I found where a PS3 controller is mandatory. Well, not necessarily mandatory, because I was still dealing damage to it. But I feel like it's going to make things much easier having the proper controller. So, let's see what we can do here. Uno momento. Okay, so now I have my PS3 controller hooked up, ready to go. God, this thing feels weird as shit, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, and it's an off-brand too, but that made that fight so easy. Damn. Alright, well, I'm glad I definitely bought these for a backup, because I love my PS5 controller, but boy howdy, was that easy once I figured that out. Yeah. Like, there were very few games that actually utilized it, and this was like the one spot where I've noticed that, you know, you gotta use it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely more of a, hey, this is going to be difficult because we're not going to give you any information to figure it out. I knew there was something to do with the puppets. I remembered remembered after a minute of like, hey, shooting the puppets affects her in some form or fashion, but I didn't remember having to use the puppets on her. Yeah, it was one of those things that, like, one of those concepts that sounded cool on paper, and like, oh yeah, depending on how you move a controller, like in a racing game, how many people actually take their controller and tilt it when they're actually like turning, or turn the controller when they're in a race, in a racing game. So like the idea that you can tilt the controller in different ways to do different shit sounds good on paper, but in practice, it's like, I don't want to have to, do somersaults with my fucking controller in order to do shit in game. I want to just sit and hold it.
I hear them in my head. The screams! Make them stop! I don't want to hear them anymore! I'm scared. I'm so scared. My head hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry. Have mercy. Let me out of here! I can't breathe!
I bought these aftermarket ones from Amazon because I wasn't going to spend like $60 to $70 for, an authentic Sony controller at this point that I'm never going to use. So these are a solid backup. I think it was like $20 for the pair, $25 for the pair. So it's nice to have them around for specific shit like this. But beyond that, I just use my adapter and my PS5 controller.
Get out of my body.
If they do, like a newer port of MGS4, it'll be interesting how they get around this.
Set me free!
Like if they do a Metal Gear, a Master Collection Volume 2, it'll be interesting to see how they get around that little aspect. Alright, let me get my PS5 controller plugged back in now. Alright. So, the one thing I have been still doing non-lethal is these bitches. So... No, get the hell off of me. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably just change the button configurations. Damn it. There we go. All right, we're finally done with that. Go to sleep, you spooky batch.
Excellent, Snake.
Yeah.
Psycho Mantis.
You don't seem to believe your own eyes. Very well. I will show you the power of the world's greatest mind reader and psychokinesis. I'll start by reading your personality.
I forgot they did all this.
That's right. This is no trick. It's true power. What? Where is your data? Where is it saved? There's no memory card. Damn. Your skills have improved. Or rather, your hardware. How about this, then? Witness my psychokinesis. Put your controller on the floor. Put it down as flat as you can. That's good. Now, I will move your controller by the power of my will alone.
The vibration's not very strong, but it's there. You know, and I'm pretty sure the reason that line was there is because the original 6-axis PS3 controllers didn't actually have vibration in them. So I feel like if you were to use like an original 6-axis controller without vibration, then he'd probably give you a different line. But yeah, the fourth wall breaks were just amazing.
So, you bested the last beast. That doll you just picked up lets you manipulate anybody who's got nanomachines in them. Sounds like something the devil's cooked up, if you ask me. Mantis came from South America. She was born and raised in a country racked by never-ending civil wars. Her village was attacked by enemy forces and burned to the ground. This was when she was still a little girl. Hunted by enemy death squads, she was separated from her family. She barely managed to escape with her life. Ended up in the basement of this one building. It was full of corpses that had been dumped there. Almost all of them had been tortured to death. She was petrified with fear. And then, she heard the sound of heavy boots on the floor above her, followed by shrieking screams. The kind that would make every hair on your body stand straight up. She had stumbled across a makeshift torture chamber. Somebody locked the door, and she was trapped. It was dark, it was dank, and it was full of a wretched stench. She couldn't sleep with the screams of torture victims all around her. All she could do was sit curled up in one corner of the room, trembling. A week passed, then 10 days. She managed to keep hydrated by drinking the filthy water pooled up on the floor, but there was no food. Being trapped in that kind of place, half crazy from hunger, did a serious number on her mind. Did you know female mantises eat their mates? The screams went on day and night. She covered her ears, but it didn't help. And then she was saved by a little black mantis that taught her how to block out the screams, how to plug up her inner ears.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying, Snake, that when she couldn't stand the hunger any longer, she started feeding on the corpses. But only the male ones. She didn't realize who was doing it.
Yeah, and if you use the dolls in
Mantis devouring her mates. It was like one big
like if you start a new game, but reload a previous save, then you still have like all of the weapons and everything that you had in the previous playthrough, so you can start a new game with the dolls and do some kind of cool shit.
Unstable mind was what made her so vulnerable. Later, they ripped out what was left of her psyche with drugs and hypnosis, and implanted the persona of Psycho Mantis. It wasn't her will that controlled the B&Bs. It was Psycho Mantis, half assimilated into her soul, pulling the strings. Screaming Mantis was just another puppet. Anyway, she survived several weeks down in that hellhole and finally got back to the surface. But the screams in her head didn't subside. They would always be with her. Only this time, they weren't real. The inner earplugs didn't work anymore. The black mantis had disappeared. There was no place left to escape. Which is why she was always screaming. To drown out the ones in her own head.
Also, I'm not sure why it says I'm following myself. It's probably because I tested my alert box and now I can't get that to go away.
The last of the beasts.
You got it, pal. Well, I'm done playing storyteller for a while. Now get going. GW is waiting. And this time, you get to make up the ending.
Alright, so we're finally done now with all that shit. The throwbacks were cool, but I'm not a fan of the Beauty and the Beast, the B&B core boss fights. They're just, eh.
Snake. Where's Johnny?
Where's Akiba? Probably somewhere with a load in his pants.
They're here.
Oh, I'm glad Meryl learned how to use that gun.
Go on without me. This time, I'll protect you. Go. Destroy DW while there's still time. While I'm still alive.
Meryl.
Snake, the corridor ahead is full of microwaves.
Yeah. No way I'm getting through there uncooked. I'm sorry you got
Get that thumb dusted off. We got some button mashing to do.
I've got your back. We'll meet again on the other side. Go. Hurry. Go.
I remember this cutscene. It's pretty decent. Well, maybe it comes later. Alright, here we go.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take any more of it.
It's not about winning or losing.
Tons of dialogue. dying men enforce attention like ping pong, where words are spent, they are seldom spent.
Why don't we get somebody else?
It's our duty. Finish it. I've got nothing to lose. You were the lightning in that rain. I can still shine through the darkness.
Go! Hurry!
Man, the way they build stuff up in this game is top notch.
Time to do your duty. Failure will spell doom for the human race.
Like the music, the flashbacks, everything leading up to this is just so... Oh, it's good.
Last mag. Come on, Snake. I can't hold out much longer. Damn it! I can't protect anyone.
But now she's feeling sorry for herself already. There he is.
Meryl!
71 minutes uninterrupted
Johnny!
is the world record.
Johnny, you're all right.
So, to be specific, I'm not sure what the longest sequence of cutscenes
For
is,
being late.
but the world record that this game still holds to this day is a 71-minute uninterrupted cutscene, which I believe that means no save prompts, no loading screens, no nothing. 71 straight minutes.
Cover.
Boom.
Clear!
And we're going to see that. We're going to see this game through to the end, and that cutscene is at the end of the game, so...
Ready. Who needs nanomachines anyway? Right, Johnny? Tell me something. How come Mantis couldn't control you?
I figured she probably used people's nanomachines to manipulate their behavior. No nanomachines, no control.
But don't you?
No, I don't have any nanomachines in me.
What?
Every time we had mandatory shots, I ducked out.
Don't tell me you knew this was gonna happen.
Nah, I just hate needles.
So that's why you were always out of sync with the team.
I tried to keep track of everybody's data on my wearable, but I could never keep up.
And why you weren't affected in Europe on the Volta.
Yep.
Asshole. Johnny, I'm running low.
Don't worry, I got these from Drebin. Meryl,
That explains why he was always shitting himself, because
I never knew all those horrible things I said.
forget it.
All those stomach aches? Was that because the nanomachines weren't there to suppress them?
There you go.
Yeah.
But if you're afraid of shots, why'd you join my team?
I wanted to be near you. To protect you.
Bro, she whooped your ass in 1998. How are you gonna protect her?
I always loved you. Ever since Shadow Moses, when I first laid eyes on you. Meryl, marry me.
He's got a hell of a sense of timing.
What do you say?
I have to say, no.
You'd rather stay single? Okay, but we don't have to make it official.
No.
Hell of a time for this conversation, Johnny.
Nope.
No, but I bet Raiden did. He probably had to learn how to wipe his ass in VR.
Why? Is there something wrong with me?
No. I'd just rather do things my way. Johnny. Marry me.
Huh?
I'll say it again. Marry me.
Sure. It'd be my pleasure.
Hey. And don't even think about cheating on me.
I wouldn't dare.
Oh, I think there was a flashback prompt there that I missed. Oh well.
And I want a real wedding. With flowers and a cake. It's been my dream since I was a little girl.
Yeah, you'd never think that the guy that was constantly shitting himself and got his ass whooped by Meryl would end up marrying the same person, would you? Well, talking about it at least.
I want to be a bride.
I mean, that's typically what you do in a wedding is, you know, the female is the bride and the male is the groom. You know, in a traditional, you know, male-female wedding, that's what the female of the situation is called, is the fucking bride, so... Right? Yeah, he turns out to be, like, an alright dude when it's all said and done. Oh, god damn it, these things. Here I am still holding L2 to aim, not L1. Alright, I dusted my thumb off a little early. I think it's coming up now. Gotta get that button mashing finger going. I remember back in the day I had a buddy where I was like, dude, this is like the worst button mashing sequence I've ever been through, and he's just like, oh no, it can't be that bad. By the end of it, he's like, holy shit, when does it stop? I wonder if to get prepared for this game, if David Hayter smoked like 4 packs a day. Like, I'm gonna smoke like 4 packs of smokes a day just so my voice is fucking hamburger for this role. I don't remember that, actually.
They're not working. Come on! Get up! On your feet, Snake!
It was at this point where I finally was able to let go of my hate for Raiden and be like, okay, he is a badass. It was at this point where I had no choice but to give Raiden props. Took him long enough, but yeah, he finally made it.
Snake, leave this to me. I'll go to the server room.
The corridor's full of microwaves. One of us is enough.
My body is a machine. I can take it.
Your body may be a machine, but your heart is human. You've got a life to go back to.
She means nothing to me now.
Raiden, look at me.
Well, MGS2 came out, I think, in 01, and this game came out in 2008, so about 7 years. 7 or 8 years.
You can start over. From here on, this is my fight. We tore the world apart. Made your life a living hell. It's my duty to put an end to all of this.
All right. I'll make sure they don't get through.
Stay with me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hold on until we insert the virus.
I think... Well, Shadow Moses was in 98, but I think that game took place in 2005. I'll have to look it up when I get a chance. Maybe during like the credits or something, I'll look it up because I want to say the original game was released in 98, but took place in 2005. And I'm not sure about 2 or 4. They don't really like come right out and say what years they take place in at all in the games, I don't think.
Otacon, lock it from the inside.
Done.
Thank you, Snake.
That sounds about right. It was released in 2008, so I want to say, for some reason, MGS2 I feel like took place in like maybe 2008 or something like that. Well, yeah. Somewhere in there. I'll have to look it up because I know going back to Shadow Moses in Act 4, they mentioned that it was, I think, 8 years ago. So 8 years has passed from Shadow Moses to this game.
Snake, that place is saturated with microwaves. The longer you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible.
I love how there's the cutscene up top showing you what's going on with everybody else. And then you've got Snake down here.
Don't give up on me, Snake!
Well, the game came out in 1998, so that's the original MGS1 came out in 98. Okay, so as you can see here, if I let off the button, it shows up on screen and Snake stops crawling. Right now, this section's pretty tame. Yeah, they're very hot by this point. Well, it's not really a button mash combo, it's just repeatedly pressing triangle while also, you know, moving Snake, but... Because if you stop pressing triangle, Snake stops crawling. But yes, Gray Fox 05, they are very hot. Steaming, glowing hot red.
We're running out of time. You've got to keep moving. Please.
I'm still just kind of doing a casual, like.
Don't give up on me, Snake.
It's not terrible at this point, but this is where it starts getting rough. That was not nearly as bad as I remember it. Unless there's more of it, but I guess not. Yeah, that was just a, you know, tap, 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 tap. That wasn't that bad. But then again, to be fair, button mashing might not have been as big of a deal at this point. Speed running may have helped out with that too. But I remember that being a... Yeah, I gave it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Well, I remember back in the day, it seemed like I couldn't even keep up with it, no matter how fast I pressed the button. God, man, he looks rough. But it was like, no matter how many times I pressed the button, it would still show up on screen that, you know, I had to tap the button, like, faster and faster and faster. I do know that you can just do light, you know, tap, 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 and that's enough to get through it. I just wanted to see if I can do it fast enough to keep the button prompt from appearing.
This is GW. It's like a graveyard in here.
Protocol. Can you do it?
Leave it to me.
Yep, called it. Yeah, if his robot could get through that whole corridor and open doors and everything just fine, then there was no reason for Snake to go through it. Liquid! Or a specific quote from Liquid himself. Ah. Brother! Either that or Les enfants terribles. Is that all you've got? There's so many good ones. Shit, I can mash up a couple of them for you. Do like the codec sound, and then useless piece of junk. So, useless piece of junk. Oh, Ryan's getting his ass whooped. Yeah, I suppose we can let that go. Otacon, you could probably type faster with 2 hands, bro. The roly-poly lule-lo.
We did it!
It's over.
They did it! Johnny!
Yeah, that would probably hurt like hell.
Snake.
Don't fuck with Mei Ling now. Get these damn things out of my way so I got room to lay down.
It's still spreading, and it's not
Stopping at GW. Is it removing the other clones? No. Wait. I don't believe this. Naomi.
Otacon, what is it?
JD is
being erased.
Yeah, I'd probably play hacky sack with a couple of them, you know.
Snake.
Either that or that's part of Otacon's badassery, typing faster with one hand than 2.
It's you, isn't it? I hope you're listening. The virus you uploaded is using GW as a conduit to annihilate the entire AI network. It's set to destroy all 4 AIs, along with JD, the core that tied them all together. I've set this video to play back once they're all gone. Sons of the Patriots was only the beginning. The Patriots were planning to use nanomachines to implement the system over the entire population. I had an obligation to stop it. With a little help from Sunny. She helped me. She believed her talents could help you all put GW to rest. What she created was an anti-AI fox dye. But this virus's name is Fox Alive. It's the conceptual opposite of the nanomachines that I created all those years ago. We wish to free the captured foxes, to let them run free in the wild. By the time you hear this, I'm afraid I'll be gone. It's a strange feeling, leaving a message to be delivered after you've died. Hal, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Sorry I deceived you. It hurt me more than anything else. Lying.
MGS2 riding, yeah, any day of the week.
I wanted to apologize to you before, but I never got the chance. And yet, in the end, you helped me feel the joy of living. Thank you, Hal. Thank you. Hal.
Very valid point. You know, you do have to feel bad for Otacon, though, because just about any female that's ever shown him, like, an ounce of compassion has died on him. So there's that.
Our country is an innocent child once more. A new dawn is rising. Now, she can build a new destiny for herself.
He really does.
Snake. The time has
Yeah.
come. You've earned your rest.
Yeah, Snake's had it pretty rough, too. I mean, you know, EE was his stepsister, so that's a little different, but... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a save here. Now, that should be the end of Act 5, and so here we are an hour in. Looks like... Well, no, it's not the end of Act 5, because we still have one more boss fight to do. Because we do have the... you know, epilogue, which is like a full 71-minute cutscene to do. So, my stream, you know, time slot is usually about 2 hours. We're going to exceed that today, probably. More than likely. It's a definitive thing.
Snake, wait here. I'll get a medic.
Enough! Stop this pointless fighting! This is no war!
Rise and shine, Snake. Look, the war is over. Why? You could have stopped us. Stopped you? Why would I want to do that? This is just as I'd hoped things would end. Back before Father's time. Before Zero gave birth to the Patriots, the U.S., China, and the Soviet Union formed a secret pact.
Yeah, they it's actually the world record for the longest uninterrupted cutscene. So I'm pretty sure that means no save prompts, no loading screens, no nothing.
After that, the philosophers splintered, and factions began to squabble over the fortune they'd amassed. They called it the Philosopher's Legacy. A massive cache of funds that would later provide the foundation for Zero's Patriots.
I'm hopeful but extremely skeptical for that remake.
Use his riches to achieve world domination. Our father, Big Boss, sought to free himself from that chokehold. His dream was to create an army of free citizens, one that answered to no government. Outer heaven. But he failed because of you. 9 years ago, I tried to free us from the control of our genes. 4 years later, our dear brother Solidus sought to free us from the control of the Patriots.
Well, that would put the in-game events of MGS2 at about 09.
Was nothing more than a process of trial and error, the end result of which is Outer Haven. To be free from sons of the Patriots, the ultimate form of external control imposed on the Patriot soldiers.
And the fact that it's a PS5 release is dope.
Free from the system, free from ID control. Our minds free from their prisons. That is the haven I've yearned for.
I mean, I don't have a PS5, but it's got to be dope for the people that do. I'll be getting it on PC, so... Well, there's two. Okay, so we had to give him 2 of those just to get him off the ground.
The battle has ended, but we are not yet free. The war is over, but we still have a score to settle.
Hey, Ocelot, your coat's kind of in your leg, bro. I started gaming on a PC in 2017, 2018. It was pretty light to start with, and then by, I think, 2019, it was pretty much exclusively PC gaming for me. Oh, whatever go-go juice liquid gave Snake, it must have worked pretty good. Well, PCs are expensive as shit. The good ones, at least. Oof. Elbow right to the eye socket. I never got into Metal Gear Online, but I'm not a big online player, so there's that. Hammer fist. Jesus. I forgot about this. There you go. There you go, Chase. There's your ringtone. See, this is why, this scene right here is why I really want him to do the original Metal Gear 1 and 2 2D releases and do a remake on those, because in Metal Gear Solid 1, Snake talks about fist fighting Gray Fox barehanded in a minefield. So imagine this type of cutscene in a fucking minefield. Yeah, you made it just in time. Like, honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if I didn't even have to actually play this fight. I'd be content with just watching it. I mean, the things they put in the actual gameplay fight is really good, but I'd be okay without it. Colonel Sanders out there with a mullet whooping ass. Alright, here we go. Time to whoop that ass. Honestly, I like this one better. Shit. There we go. I gotta remember the controls here. Oof. Come on, man, get up. There we go. Kick his ass. Snake's still in this fight. Look at that kip up. Somebody in the chat give me JR commentary. Somebody give me good old Jim Ross commentary on this fight. Oh yeah, especially in Act 4 going back to Shadow Moses, everything about that was awesome. Piloting Metal Gear Rex, like, bro. That was like one of the most lit things ever. I just beat the liquid out of him. Ugh. Throwing them soup bowls. Ugh. Oof. I wonder if I can get him in a goozle. Oh, man, he's kicking my ass. Oof. Liquid throwing them give me your money haymakers. Oh, damn it.
You can't die. No, Snake.
All right. Got a little too into the moment and need to put my, like, hey, I'm playing a game hat back on. Fission mailed. Choke slam him all the way to hell. Can I put him in a figure 4 leg lock or a sharpshooter? That'd be lit. Ugh. Ah, shit. That recoil, though. This one's gonna be a slobber knocker. It's like a human car wreck. Alright. Actually, you're in front of me, bro. Right in the solar plexus. God damn. Alright. Oof. I don't remember this fight being this difficult, but here we are. Buh. Face? Walked right into it. I bet you drinking Paul Phoenix Kool-Aid would make your hair stand on end, like the Slim Jim guy. Alright, we made it to the MGS3 part. There it is! Ha! Aw, damn it, I missed the button by a hair. Imagine a headbutt when there's a steel, like, pole right behind your face.
On a tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. On the day we see new life.
All right. This is getting too close to too close for comfort for me. Our health bars are like in the same spot. I'm having a hard time getting a leg up on him.
It's not over yet.
Here's where they're gonna start trading licks. Adrian! That timing was beautiful. That was a hell of a right hook. Yeah, I mean, 5 was a decent game from a gameplay standpoint, but story-wise, it was lacking. It was just filler. It didn't add anything to the series. Your overall story was told in 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, even the fact that Rising took place after 4 was enough to irritate me to death.
This is only the beginning, Snake. America will descend into chaos. It'll be the Wild West all over again. No law, no order.
Like Peace Walker, I've heard a lot of people love that game. That game was just filler for me. 5 was just filler. I mean, I like the way 5 kind of connected, the 2 original 2D games, how, Venom Snake was Big Boss in the first one, and then the real Big Boss was in the second one. I kind of dug that tie-in, but beyond that, there wasn't really too much there for me to give a shit about.
Our Father's will is out of heaven, is complete. Somewhere out there, I know he's laughing. We are beasts created by man. Unless the light is put out, the shadows cannot be erased. So long as there is light, erasing shadows will do no good. I am Liquid's doppelganger, and you are his. Just like your father. You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
And that's the end of Liquid. Well, end of Ocelot. And Liquid, if you want to look at it from that point of view. Took you long enough, Otacon, damn.
Sonny's program destroyed JD's brain, but left the brainstem intact. She analyzed Naomi's black box and separated the Patriots' control system from the vital lifelines of society. Water, air, electricity, food, medicine, communication, transportation. She cut off the Patriots' control while preserving modern civilization. Maybe it was her way of avenging Olga, her mother. Or maybe she wanted to shape the future into her own ideal image. Or maybe it was just one big defragmentation. Fox Alive. The AI is truly a living thing. The Patriots' reign has crumbled away. And still, our civilization, a civilization that has thrived on war since the dawn of time, lives on. I wonder if we did the right thing. Naomi. What did we lose? What did we save?
I feel like about the only way you could really go any farther with the Metal Gear series would be to do, like, let's say there's a Metal Gear 6, right? I feel like if you were to do it beyond Metal Gear 4, let's ignore Metal Gear Rising for a minute. If you were to do a game beyond Metal Gear 4 in the timeline, I feel like it would just need to be a whole new cast of characters that just kind of, you know, reference the events of the original series and Solid Snake and all that. Like, maybe Meryl and Johnny get involved in something. Either that or go even farther backwards, because the one thing that I've always pointed out to people is that, for me personally, my first introduction to the Metal Gear series was Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1. And Big Boss was already this, like, damn near mythical figure. Like, everybody talks about him, but you never see him, right? And then you go, you know, play the second one. Big Boss is still this, like, mythical figure. You play the third one, and then you get the origin of Big Boss, how he became Big Boss, you know, and so on and so forth. But that game introduced the boss, who was already this legendary figure. I mean, even if you go back to the 2D games, Big Boss was already like the most legendary soldier that had ever lived from the very first game ever created. So an origin story on the boss, I feel like would have potential if it was done right. But this is Konami we're talking about. Alright, so at this point, I think gameplay is over with. And so make sure you got you something to drink. I got me a Faygo Red Pop. Grab a snack if you'd like, because... exactly. Which is why I'm extremely skeptical about the Snake Eater remake. The fact that they're reusing the original, you know, audio recordings for the voice acting actually makes me happy, because that means they won't screw it up that bad. Like, the voice acting won't be terrible. The cutscenes should still be roughly the same. You know, you can't really change something if you're reusing the old. So, but yeah, Gray Fox 05's got his popcorn. He's ready to go. So here is the here's the epilogue, and I believe this is the cutscene for the next 71 minutes. We're going to be just kicking back. So at this point, I'm an hour and 41 minutes into this stream. So we'll see what the time is here in a little bit. I don't want to talk too much through this cutscene either. I do want to watch it and give everybody else the opportunity to just watch it. So I'm going to just be kind of kicking back and watching myself. But I will try to reply to the chat and conversate, you know, in some slower areas.
Congratulations.
Meryl with a different hairstyle looks a lot different. I'll be keeping my eye on him. I haven't had an issue yet.
Colonel. You're going to walk me down the aisle.
You're not angry anymore.
Oh, I'm still mad.
Bro, she's been mad since Shadow Moses.
You've got a chance to win me over.
You're right. We have plenty of time now.
I've heard worse ideas. That would be interesting. I mean, enough time has passed where it would make sense.
You look beautiful.
You know, considering the... Well, Rising... I don't remember when Rising came out, but this game came out in 2008, if I remember correctly, and took place in 2014, I think. So, yeah, there's been enough time where I could buy a game with Sunny in it. For sure. I love that dude's exclamation point mohawk. That's one of the coolest things ever. Oh, thanks for the follow, my friend. Much appreciated. But then again, though, if you were to put Sunny in, you know, as the main character, then I feel like everybody around her has failed her. Like, everything Snake and Otacon did was for nothing because she was the generation that was supposed to grow up not in war and shit.
We are gathered here today to join these two in holy matrimony. Let us give thanks for the life they will soon share. And pray they have love everlasting.
And get Johnny some Pepto-Bismol.
Now, let's all send this new team on their first mission.
Huh?
Hey, go on. Do it.
You may now kiss the bride, Johnny. This fucking guy.
And I brought gifts. A shower of flowers, compliments of Drebin. And a little something extra from me.
just run him over.
The bouquet.
Now's your chance, Otacon. Ask Mei Ling to dance.
Where's Snake?
Who knows? That guy always keeps you waiting.
Yep. Yeah. She whooped his ass.
Come on.
And he's still the one that got lucky.
Snake. Thank you.
The breaks come in the premium package. Okay, so here's a load. So the uninterrupted cutscene might also include loading screens. But I feel like uninterrupted would mean not that. Either way, it's been... Unless uninterrupted just simply means, like, no gameplay, you know. That might be it. It'd be dope, though, in, like, you know, like a Master Collection re-release if all of this just ran, you know, seamlessly without having to press start or anything like that. That'd be pretty cool. Do you know what day it is, Raiden? New arms. Raiden got new arms.
How are you feeling? Do you mind if I sit down?
I feel like it would need to be an entirely new cast. Like, somebody not even associated with anybody in this game.
Don't shut me out. I need you to listen to me.
What do you want? Come to laugh at me?
Look. Look at the boy.
Cute. Campbell's kid.
No. He's yours.
I don't have any kids.
What a dick.
He's your son.
You said miscarriage.
I lied. I had a healthy baby boy. Roy pretended to be my husband, to protect me and our son. Only until you completed your mission, to shield us from Patriot eyes.
What?
He didn't even tell Meryl. He sacrificed everything, even his family, to protect us.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, Jack. I wanted to tell you.
When the idea was first pitched to Hideo Kojima to do a another game around Raiden, which was Metal Gear Rising, Hideo Kojima actually requested that they do one on Gray Fox instead, and then they talked him into doing one around Raiden. But yeah, definitely, I would love to see more about Gray Fox. There's a lot of potential there.
John. Scared of me, huh? I don't blame you. It's okay.
I'm not scared.
He speaks? Yeah, what else can you do, Zero?
You're cool. Kinda like a comic book superhero.
John.
Rose. I'm done running.
For all you Raiden fans out there, I am going to be playing Metal Gear Rising next.
And I'm no longer afraid.
I'll never leave you alone again.
Till Metal Gear Rising comes out. The fact that they did Metal Gear Rising after this game just irritated me to death, because Raiden had the happy ending. Teenage Mutant Nicholas Fitness. Awesome. But like Raiden had such a like storybook happy ending with this cutscene, right? I mean, it's, you know, it's so picturesque and everything.
Beauty and the Beast.
Don't say that.
Like, they should have just let
You know,
Raiden
he's-
live happily ever after and never drug him back into the series
You're my
post this
husband.
game. The original idea for
And his
Rising
father.
being taking place before this game made complete sense. Making it take place after this game because of this cutscene made no sense to me.
I'm going to do my very best to be the wife and mother this family deserves.
Yeah, he really does. He just needs the pointy ears. They look like he could be Zelda characters. Thought I was going to have to press start, but I guess not. So that is the grave of the boss, because it was a Patriot who saved the world, and it was her birth date was 1920 something, died in 1964. So that's the boss. A hero forever loyal to the flames of war rests in outer heaven. So that's definitely Big Boss's grave. But I really don't, because Big Boss was viewed as a, you know, a war criminal and a traitor and all that kind of stuff. And the boss as well. I don't see why they would have been buried in Arlington Cemetery.
But there's one more thing I must do.
Well, in this game's timeline, it certainly has changed. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but you could hear the sizzling as he was inhaling on the cigarette.
Punishment I must endure.
Those little details are amazing.
Erase my genes. Wipe this meme from the face of the earth. This is my final mission.
He really does. Fair point. First time I saw that, that was some pretty heavy shit. Like, man, did this dude literally go... I shouldn't laugh at that, but me and Graham speak in movie quotes, so inside jokes sometimes. But it's like, did Snake really go through all that shit his entire life just to off himself on Big Boss's grave?
Nothing beats a stiff drink, huh?
I didn't know you drank. I thought it was
It's all good,
strictly
man.
soda for you.
Not like I never touched the stuff. Soda just agreed with the nanos better.
Yeah. Snake's in the graveyard with a gun in his mouth, and everybody over here's celebrating.
So, that explains it. No need to hold back anymore, huh?
Yeah, well, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of folks lost their entire sense of being the moment SOP went offline.
You mean SOPS? I heard some people are going through withdrawals. SOP syndrome.
Yep. SOP kept more than just alcohol under control. Those poor slobs are virtually naked now.
From what I hear, over 10% are showing symptoms. I guess getting rid of the Patriots won't solve all our problems overnight.
You, probably already suspected this, but I'm not actually an employee of AT Security.
Huh?
The Patriots raised me to be a gun launder.
Now, I could see Otacon being drugged back into some shit following this game. He's got probably enough lifespan to where something would happen in his lifetime that would drag him out of retirement.
Yep. You're staring at a former child soldier. My parents, brothers and sisters, all killed in the war.
Oh, I missed the flashback.
What you call a war. After that, the Patriots picked me up and brought me into the family business.
No, not as a ninja. Otacon is badass in his own way, and ninja badassery does not fit Otacon whatsoever.
How do you suppose I laundered guns like I did? Because they let me. In fact, I was under strict orders to back you guys from the start.
You what?
Hey, man. Don't take it personal. I wasn't the only one under their orders.
Huh? Meryl and...
They probably never realized it themselves, but... Rat Patrol, Team 01. Voila.
Patriot.
Played like a violin.
Okay, but where's the E? And the L?
Why?
Like, that's not a perfect... Rat Patrol Team 01 is not a perfect anagram for Patriot.
So they planned to have you guys take care of me.
Didn't turn out quite how they planned, though, did it?
Yeah, well, I don't think they expected you to crash their system and wipe them out.
So, does that mean you're out of a job now?
Are you kidding? I got the Drebbins. All the Drebbins in the world are in on it. From now on, we're in business for ourselves. We are pawns no more.
Easy there.
The White House might have lost its taste for unilateralism, started to rebuild. But there's a lot of failed states out there that went bankrupt from their PMC habits, and they owe a shitload of money. Now, only question is, who's gonna pick up the tab? I'm sure these new governments will try and keep it under control with PMC corporate reform laws, but it ain't gonna be good enough. They all sunk up to their eyeballs in the war economy. Might not be a new world order, but the old order under the war economy's gone for good. I'm guessing the UN is gonna be more important than ever, what with multilateralism and all. A certain president said it best back during the Cold War. For in the development of this organization rests the only true alternative to war. Then again,
Look at that monkey, he's just chill as hell.
20th century relic. And if you think about it, when you look at its history, it ain't that different from the Patriots.
Ah, that's right. The nano machines used to keep you sober.
Crush. Mix. Burn. Repeat.
Hey, Uncle Hal, can I give him the Mark III?
Huh?
He's kinda a new friend.
Can I just give him this high-tech piece of, you know, equipment?
He lives near here. We can't understand each other's language, but we're having fun. He's my very first outside friend.
Really? That's great. Sonny, it's okay if you want to live outside now. It's your life. There are other havens out there.
The sun looks so pretty.
Sonny.
I like it outside. Uncle Hal, when is Snake coming back?
Snake. Is sick. So he went on a trip to help him get better.
We're not going with him?
No. He needs to be alone.
I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
Snake had a hard life.
That's the understatement of the entire series.
He needs some time to rest.
Are you crying, Uncle Hal?
No. I'm not crying.
He's done crying, remember? He said that like 2 games ago. I don't remember the credits. He really does cry a lot. Now, I don't remember the credits happening before the next cutscene. This probably ain't the full credits, though. I think it's just going to go through, like, the voice cast and stuff. But there's more beyond this. It's just not in the order I remember it. He simply moistens his eyes. voice of God? Hideo Kojima was the voice of God? When was there the voice of God in this game? I don't remember that. Ah, I remember why the cutscene, yeah, I remember why now. I haven't played this game in over a decade, so a lot of things I don't remember until they happen. That being one of them.
That's right. Good. No need for you to go just yet. It's been a long time, Snake.
Oh, gotcha. I've never done Big Boss rank in any Metal Gear game. Now, I did speedrun Twin Snakes on hard mode and got all 33 dog tags in an hour and 6 minutes and 31 seconds. So, I mean, that's something, right? Snake, you ain't got any ammo unless you put your magazine back in. Yeah, that's probably going to be my thumbnail for YouTube. Thanks, man. Fun fact, it's actually the world record because nobody else has done it. There's been tag runs on very easy, normal, and extreme, but nobody did hard mode. So, why not be the first, right?
Or should I call you brother? What? It's over. Time for you to put aside the gun and live.
I've done a lot of Twin Snake speed runs. If you head over to my YouTube channel, just search Suave Beardson on YouTube and you'll find them.
Now, they've all passed away.
I don't stream too many of them anymore,
Folly is over.
as I'm more focused on casual games for streaming.
The only one left, and soon I'll be gone too.
Once I finish Rising, I might stream a few speed runs before I move on to something else.
That body, liquid burned on the Volta, wasn't mine. That was the body of a clone. Solidus. He was a perfect clone. Zero and the proxy AIs that came after him were convinced that Solidus was me. I was implanted with nanomachines, kept in a state of eternal sleep by JD and the proxy AI. They had me sealed away completely, not only my physical body, but my will too. The technology was similar to what they used to restrain the B&B members you encountered. For me to wake again, the system had to be destroyed, one way or another. Ocelot and Eva wanted two things: to bring me back to life, and to end the Patriots. That meant destroying the AI and killing the man, JD and Zero.
Right before you uploaded the virus into GW, the way to JD was opened, but only through the physical manifestation of GW. That's when we finally learned the location of this man, Zero. For me, and for them, for Naomi, nothing was more important. And it was for that they put their grand scheme into motion. Eva stole my body from them and reconstructed it by replacing the missing parts with pieces from Liquid and Solidus. And Ocelot, in order to fool the system, used nanomachines and psychotherapy to transplant Liquid's personality onto his own. He used hypnotic suggestion to turn himself into Liquid's mental doppelganger. For all our advances in nanotechnology, information and genetic control, they've never managed to control people at will, let alone turn one person totally into another. Under certain conditions, someone can be made to play a specific role. Act like someone else. Cats do love to play as snakes. It all started with him. Zero.
That dude looks rough. I mean, he's basically been a vegetable since like the 80s or 90s.
Zero grew old, and by the end his Patriots were being run by a network without shape or form.
What do you mean, without shape or form?
The proxies were only one small part of the vast cycle that Zero created. The corporations, for-profits, and research institutions that comprise the military-industrial complex were part of it too. They operated on budgets automatically allotted to them by the proxies. Accounts maintained by the Patriots. The network covered everything from weapons R&D and investment to production and marketing. It encompassed the people, the companies, even the laws that protect them. Politics and economics became nothing more than iterations of the same oppressively uniform system. I don't think anyone realized that it was all a setup, a mere set of norms. The Patriots were those norms, a neural network reduced to its simplest form. That's what they really represented. Uniformity without individual will, without change. But then one day, those norms suddenly deviated from that pattern and underwent a mutation. It was like the birth of a new life form. The system found a new way to propagate itself. War. Norms the Patriots had crafted for their unified state quickly became dependent on a single business, the war economy. Meanwhile, the political cause of creating a cleaner, safer battlefield provided a convenient catalyst. By then, the system was no longer being steered by Zero's will, or anyone else's. It was then that the norms, manifested as AIs, the inheritors of Zero's will, began to reproduce and take on a life of their own. Zero's original intent was to carry on the boss's will and establish a unified world state, an inside world. But his successors failed to carry on his will. Eventually, JD became the very age itself, propagating its will as it pleased, and this age chose to act through economics instead of nation-states, powered by the industrial and digital revolutions that came before it, this age gave birth to a twisted economic revolution, a battlefield revolution. It created a new world without substance. In this new world, there were no ideologies, no principles, no ideals, not even the thing she treasured most, loyalty. There was only the war economy. It was a colossal error in judgment, one Zero couldn't possibly have foreseen. With the American system in a state of collapse, Patriot society has reverted to a blank slate. This man was the source of it all. And he doesn't even realize it. He's completely unaware of the fact that he led the world to the brink of ruin. Even with so much bad blood between us, it's funny. Now that I'm actually face to face with him again, the hatred is gone. All I feel is a deep sense of longing and pity. Did Zero really hate me? Or did he fear me? Huh. It's too late to ask him now. The original members, Paramedic, Sigint, Eva, Ocelot. They've all passed on. Only Zero is left. Everything has its beginning, but it doesn't start at one. It starts long before that. In chaos. The world is born from Zero. The moment Zero becomes one is the moment the world springs to life. One becomes two, two becomes 10, 10 becomes 100. Taking it all back to one solves nothing. So long as Zero remains, one will eventually grow to 100 again. And so, our goal was to erase Zero. Even the mighty Patriots began with a single man. That one man's desires grew huge, bloated, absorbed technology, began to manipulate the economy. We realized too late that we had created a beast. We had helped turn Zero into 100. His sin was ours. And for that reason, I'm taking it upon myself to send Zero back to nothing.
you going back to zero as well?
You erased me 2 times before. Today will mark the 3rd. The fox die Zero planted in you. It's already begun eating away at my body. Truth is, the fox die in you is what killed Eva and Ocelot.
What are you talking about?
Naomi. She told me everything.
What's wrong?
They did it again. They used you to kill me. The Patriots. No, they're proxies. In order to bury us. They did it again. In the end, they're no more than a program. All they can do is repeat the same pattern over and over again. Do me a favor, will you? Take me over to her. There's one more thing Naomi wanted me to tell you. About the old fox die in your body. The one that mutated. The new fox die inside you continues to multiply. At the same time, it is preventing the old mutated fox die from reproducing. The new fox die is uprooting the old. Naomi confirmed it in her follow-up. The mutants are receding. Before long, they'll be gone entirely.
Does that mean the mutant strain won't cause an epidemic?
It will only live as long as you do. But even then, the process will just repeat itself. One day, the new fox die too will start to mutate and become a new threat. That is, if you manage to live that long.
Am I going to die?
Everyone dies. You can't stop it. You can't run away from it. Let me tell you something. Don't waste the life you have left fighting. I never thought of you as a son. But I've always respected you as a soldier. And as a man. If you'd been in my place back then, maybe you wouldn't have made the same mistakes that I did. Ever since the day I killed the boss with my own hands, I was already dead. Boss, you were right. It's not about changing the world. It's about doing our best to leave the world the way it is. It's about respecting the will of others and believing in your own. Isn't that what you fought for? At last, I understand the meaning behind what you did. At last, I understand the truth behind your courage.
Yeah, the throwbacks and the flashbacks and stuff that they do in this game are just
And with me,
top of the line.
the last ember of this fruitless war dies out. And at last, those old evils will be gone. Once the source of evil returns to zero, a new one, a new future will be born. That new world is yours to live in. Not as a snake, but as a man. Know this. Zero and I, liquid and solidus, we all fought a long, bloody war for our liberty. We fought to free ourselves from nations and systems and norms and ages. But no matter how hard we tried, the only liberty we found was on the inside, trapped within those limits.
Yeah, but at the same time, it leaves you wanting just that little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
The boss and I may have chosen different paths.
it's that little
but in
carrot
the end,
on the end of the string that they just don't let you
we're
have.
both trapped inside the same cage. Liberty. But you have been given freedom. Freedom to be outside. nobody's tool now. No one's toy. You are no longer a prisoner of fate. You are no longer a seed of war. Oh, it's time for you to see the outside world with your own eyes. Your body and your soul are your own. Forget about us. Live for yourself. And find a new lease on life. Boss, you only need one snake. No. The world would be better off without snakes. This is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it showed up in my actual OBS Twitch chat, but not in the actual, like, chat box that everybody else sees. So, I don't remember... I don't remember if there's anything after the actual credits. So we're just gonna have to hang out and wait and see. But that's looking like that might have been the end of it. Well, every Metal Gear game, at least, you know, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, had, like, you know, the phone call at the end, right? You know, after the credits, there's just a little monologue, and then you get the result screen. So we'll see if there's anything else after these credits, but, because I honestly don't remember. But, yeah, for me personally, the series was always, you know, Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is always Ocelot. So, I mean, that's a good point. That, you know, maybe there won't be anything. You know what? Actually, I do think there's something from Otacon. I think Otacon has a small something after this, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, to me, the series was always 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if you wanted to include the 2D titles, obviously you could do that, but I feel like Metal Gear Solid 1 kind of fills in those gaps for you. That was a complete enough story. And then, because this game came out in 2008, and then I think it was 2 years later they did Peace Walker. Or, well, there was Portable Ops. I don't remember if Portable Ops was before this one or after this one. That I don't remember, but I do remember that which a lot of fans are divided on whether or not, you know, Portable Ops is considered canon or not. But Peace Walker came out after this game did, as well as 5. So those, to me, were just filler. I mean, it was cool that, you know, that you got more of Big Boss, but let's be honest. In 5, you don't even play as Big Boss. You play as a body double Big Boss, so it's not even the real Big Boss, which I understand why, you know, they went that route. It makes sense. It, you know, had that little tie into the 2D games and all that. You know, so I can appreciate what they did with it, but I don't. It just didn't feel necessary to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Metal Gear 5 was a good game if you're looking at it just from the gameplay. But if you look at the story, it's really lacking compared to what the Metal Gear games were known for. And, well, this is my personal opinion. You can agree with me or not, but that game wasn't finished. Flat out. There's enough evidence there to say that they eventually just went, you know what, we're done. Put it out as is. Now, Konami themselves have claimed that, oh no, that was just cut from the game early on. Bro, you had voice acting for it. You had motion capture done for it. You had, you know, animation and everything like 80% done for it when you decided to cut it. And considering that it was all endgame stuff, I'm willing to bet it was cut very, very late in the development cycle for that game. So let's just be honest with ourselves there. But I am going to play Rising after this. Okay. I thought Portable Ops was earlier than this one, because I remember this game was 2008 and Peace Walker was 2010. But Portable Ops was... I played it once. I mean, it was a Metal Gear title, so I had to. But I wasn't a huge fan of that one either. The handheld titles were just lacking to me. They didn't hold up to the full, like, console releases. And maybe that's just me being picky, but I've always just thought 1, 2, 3, and 4 told a large enough, complete enough story that you didn't need anything else beyond that. Now, as I was trying to kind of talk about in the, you know, epilogue cutscene there, like, I could see them doing more because, you know, Big Boss says, you know, when one's gone, another one starts, and, you know, all that, and the cycle just repeats itself. I mean, that's just the cycle of life, right? I'm not going to get too off in the weeds and philosophical, but it's like when you've got, you know, basically your, you know, let's just say your king, your evil king, you're always going to have the underdog good guy down below that's trying to take the, you know, power away from the evil king. Eventually, you know, things reverse and somebody else comes along that thinks this guy is now the evil king, and it's just a repeating cycle. So I could see how the world and universe of Metal Gear could continue on relatively forever, right? I just don't feel like Raiden was the guy to do it with. I felt like his story was complete enough. I felt like he had, you know, that, like, storybook happy ending with, you know, the reunification with Rose and his kid and all that. It just didn't feel necessary to me. I just feel like they should have either stuck with the original plan and do Raiden pre-Metal Gear 4, or do somebody else completely, write a new story. And I'm not talking about fucking wormholes and zombies, okay? Metal Gear Survive was fucking garbage. It was so bad I refused to play it. As soon as I saw the concept for it, I'm just like, that is trash. So that is one Metal Gear series that I never played. That is one Metal Gear game I've never played. But I feel like it'll be interesting to see what happens with, you know, the Master Collection release, because obviously, you know, like, Metal Gear 1, you know, it was a PS1 game. They did a PC port, which was trash. That PC port was broken. And then there was the digital PS3 release. And that's like the only option to play Metal Gear Solid 1, unless you know, play it on emulator. So basically from PS3 onward, Metal Gear Solid 1 is inaccessible. Metal Gear 2 and 3 did see the HD Collection remake, or re-release, which was playable on PS3 and Xbox 360, and the newest Xbox Series Elemento PXYZ, whatever they are. I can't keep track of Xbox consoles, but the newest Xbox, from what I understand, is backwards compatible to, Xbox One and 360 games. So the current Metal Gear HD Collection 2, 3, and Peace Walker is playable on the newest Xbox series, but that's it. So the Master Collection will give, in a way, almost, this is going to make me feel old as shit, but almost give an entire new generation of, gamers access to the Metal Gear series. Because let's be honest, like, I've got 2 kids of my own. One who's almost a teenager. But, when he's old enough to play them and comprehend them and all that, and understand the story and everything, I won't have to dig the PS3 out of the basement like I had to for this game. So, being that the Master Collection and the Snake Eater remake is going to make this series accessible to a whole new generation of video game players, maybe there will be enough of a resurgence in the Metal Gear series as a whole to where maybe we see a new, fresh, Metal Gear game. My hope is that the Snake Eater remake is good, and it spawns more remakes potentially, because I was a huge fan of the way they did Shadow Moses in this game. And this game is now, 15 years old. And I thought the way they recreated Shadow Moses for this was brilliant. So I would love to see a good Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. We could talk about... I don't... I see that I don't know, because I know there was an issue with it, and in the Master Collection, description, it does say right in there that, something about minimal changes have been made, but the story is intact, or something like that. So I'm willing to bet with the new release, they're just probably going to replace the old, licensed footage with, stock footage or something like that. Either that or different footage of some sort, but considering that it's just, voice monologue behind just some random ass footage, really, I don't think it's all that important. But I would love to see a proper Metal Gear 1 remake, because let's be honest, Twin Snakes is the redheaded stepchild of the Metal Gear series. Me personally, I like the game. I have to admit I'm fairly biased with it now because I do speedrun it. It is a fantastic speedrun game. But from a casual standpoint, the cutscenes are still a little bit out there. They're not as bad as people make them out to be, and they're not as bad as I remembered them. Uh-oh. Okay.
Snake, wait up. You forgot these.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake.
These things will kill you.
Where will you go? Our fight is finished. There's nothing left for us to do.
No. There's one thing I still have to do. I have to see this age off. See what the future brings.
Sounds good to me. I'll go with you.
Otacron, I'm gonna be dead soon. You don't have to come.
You said it yourself, Snake. There's nothing inside you can pass on to the next generation. No genes, no memes. You're man-made. You're a beast.
I know. A blue rose. There won't be any happy Beauty and the Beast ending for me. What little time I have left will be spent living as a beast. A shadow of the inside, of the old age.
Exactly. That's why you need me. As a witness.
A witness?
Yeah. Someone on the outside to bear witness to your final days. Someone to pass on your story. Not that I'm the only witness. But I'll remember everything you were. And stick with you to the end.
Otacon.
Besides, you wouldn't let me suffer Sonny's eggs alone, would you?
Anything else, or is that it? I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, nope. Still not yet.
Come quick! They're ready! They look yummy! Sort of like the sun. It's rising again.
There we go. See, like, we talk a lot of shit about Otacon. Some of it deserved, some of it not. But, yeah, Otacon's a guy. So my total playtime was 15 hours, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. 17 continues, which I would have liked to see better than that. But 61 alert phases, 135 kills. That was definitely more than I was expecting to have, but I just threw non-lethal out the window after a while. 63 recovery items used, 39 weapon types procured. I watched 217 flashbacks and no special items. And I got the title of Eagle. So that's cool. So, okay. Eagle, a title awarded to experienced weapon handlers who racked up their headshot count. All right. Pig. Title awarded to ravenous soldiers with a hunger for health items. That might have been my first playthrough that I ever did. Hawk, awarded to soldiers who received much praise from fellow soldiers fighting PMCs. And Scorpion. Title awarded to expert soldiers who neutralized a small number of enemies, were rarely spotted, and died only a few times. Yeah, I've played this game, well, apparently... Have I really only beaten this game 4 times? Or have I just gotten the same, like... you know, code name at the end multiple times. Interesting. Race gun. Alright. Oh, I got the suit! I could replay this game with a Suave Snake. How about that? Command vest. Battle harness that can be attached to customize all types of equipment. Blue. Red. Items you obtain will become available after you meet up with Metal Gear Mark II during your next playthrough. So if I reload that save and do another playthrough, I can use all the weapons that I got and all that stuff. But back to what I was saying. I would really, absolutely love to see them remake the original 2D titles, because I don't think there's enough meat on the bone on those to do like 2 independent games, right? So I feel like if you were to take, because Metal Gear 5, you know, was done in like 2 chapters, right? Even though the second chapter was, you know, filler and replaying old missions for the most part, but they could do a 2-chapter game where you've got, you know, the events of Metal Gear 1, you know, a nice ending cutscene, you know, and like briefing into the, you know, maybe even roll some credits so it looks like the game's over, and then, you know, then bring in the story of Metal Gear 2 and do them as one game. So you know, take out Venom, you take out Big Boss in one game. I feel like if they could do a very good, faithful remake of those 2 games. So, and I know people love Peace Walker. I mean, an actual good, you know, like Peace Walker game with, you know, proper cutscenes and all that stuff. I know they had voice acting in them and everything, but the cutscenes really threw me off. It didn't feel like a Metal Gear game to me. So it'll be interesting to see what they do after the Snake Eater release. I'm assuming that's going to be next year, because Metal Gear 3 was released in November of 2004, so I'm willing to bet we're not going to see the Delta Snake Eater remake until November of next year. It'd be 20th anniversary kind of deal. But it'll be interesting to see if they do more remakes or if they do like a whole nother original game, because I feel like if they do it right and they do it well, plus whatever they release, it's guaranteed they're going to do a volume 2 of the Master Collection, unless the sales are fucking awful for, Metal Gear the Master Collection Volume 1. So with Volume 2, if they do all of this right, it has the ability to, elevate the Metal Gear series to new heights and maybe like revive it and see a resurgence. Let's see, that would be kind of neat too. There was definitely if I want to say they dropped the ball with Metal Gear 5, but they like stabbed that thing and just completely deflated it. Because there was a lot of potential for that game, and it just didn't hold up for me. If you've been watching this on YouTube, there's going to be the subscribe button right up there, and there will be a link over there to all of my Metal Gear Solid casual playthroughs. I started with 3, I played 1, I played 2, I played this one, I played 2 and 3 on a original fat PS2. I did the original Snake Eater and Sons of Liberty releases. Probably when the Master Collection comes out, I am going to replay the entire Metal Gear series casually again in release order, starting with 3. I'll play the original 2D titles. I've never played those. I'm going to do a casual playthrough of Twin Snakes, and then the HD collection of 2, and then I'm going to replay this one again, because why not? But as for YouTube, that's going to be all for now. So come back. I'm going to be playing Metal Gear Rising. Thanks for the follow, Gray Fox. Much appreciated, my friend. Stay suave.